Hello, traders. John at StockBookie.com, and what a week on Wall Street and NVIDIA. Everybody freaking out about this one, and we're going to go over the SPY, the IWM, NVIDIA, JPM, Goldman Sachs. We'll look at Priceline. We'll look at anything. Just come bring a symbol to the live chat room. We'll try to look at everything. We're using technical analysis, and we'll take it from there. Hold on a second, guys. There we go. Let me stop that. And give me a second here. Oh, shoot. I have no chat. Hold on, guys. How's it going, everyone? Hold on. I got to get my chat box going up here. There we go. All right, I got everything. Hey, what's up, James? All right. I got a couple things going on right now, so I'm going to be on and off the mic. I have a client showing up here in a couple minutes, but that's okay. They know I trade, so they'll probably join the fun as well if they show up. All right, guys, I'm going to start with the IWM. Look at this parabolic move. Stocks do not move up like this. This is unhealthy. Moving up on volumes, 3 days up. This could be the end of the road for the IWM. We did fill the gap today. We've been talking about this gap for a long, long time. Double top would be right here. Hold on. Right there, 129.10. But remember, this was the one that was always lagging. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, massive volume comes in. And that tells me this could be a blow-off top, guys. So be very, very careful with these markets. You have the Dow leading. The IWM, I don't, it's leading the way right now. It should have been leading months ago. So that's catching my eyes with this one. Oh, I know, in NVIDIA, yeah, everyone's flipping out about that one. But that's okay. Guys, NVIDIA, if you're in a 10% position of your total portfolio and you're down 10% in that position, it's only a 1% loss in your total portfolio. It's not a big deal. It's just another trade for us. If you're following us on Twitter, we're covering trade day after day after day. We took some off the we took the rest of the SCO trade off today. As long as you're racking up winners, that one trade means nothing. Sorry, guys. Got 10 things going on right now. But yeah, and that's the way you got to look at it. I got everyone freaking out. Oh, NVIDIA, it's going. Are you taking more? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm holding it, guys. I'm in it. And if I lose on it, I lose. But when you get a move like this on volume on earnings, you gotta look out. Again, look at this thing. This is flat out ridiculous. This is going to end bad, guys. And there you go, Susan. Perfect. That's what you got to do. And get ready. It might go to 90, might go a little bit more. If it goes up a little bit more, just hold it. But just make sure you don't load the boat. And you know what? I'm telling you, when this thing comes in, it's going to go. And here, and this is the one I compare it to. Let's see. Do I have it up there? Works. They had, and I do this video. I show Skyworks. I think they had something to do with Apple. But it's Skyworks, and they're working with Apple. And it's going to 150 because that guy upgraded it. 300 shares. Just make sure you can add more to that one, all right? See, what I'm doing with this one too, guys, well, but remember Skyworks. We shorted this thing right at 112, like 37 or 112.40, something like that. Hold on, guys. And that's Yellen calling. Let me see what she wants. Right? She's going to do a buy program. Can you go? Yeah, I'll go over the IBB. Yeah, we started adding shorts to that one too. And but NVIDIA, but look at Skyworks. It's the same crap. I think they had something to do with Apple, and but they're doing the thing with Apple, and the guy from Piper Jeffrey upgraded it to 190. It's got to keep going, and then boom, right in your face. And I did a video with all these high flyers the other day. They will come in. Sometimes they take 3 months. Look, 3 months of pulling back. That was the flash crash when it went down here. But 31%, geez, you have loved calls. Yeah, you know what? But yeah, that calls are great. When I told the story about CMG. When CMG had the first E. coli crap that happened, I was watching the puts, and man, to this day, and that was months ago, I kicked myself in the ass. It was kind of too late. If you listen to my videos and watch my live stuff, my mom will call me. She calls me, John, Chipotle's tanking right now. What's going on? So I pull up the option chain. Hours before Options X on Chipotle, these options were at 4 cents. When that thing tanked, they went to $45. The options were up 56,000%. So your little 1,000 to 3,000%, Joshua, 56,000%. And you know what? I got to see if I could get that off my cell phone, because I took a picture. I've never seen anything like it. And if you're in the room, you heard the story before. 56,000% in 3 hours. It was absolutely nuts. Hold on, guys. Hold on. All right, let's get into this. But yeah, I mean, look at this. And they're all these high flyers. They all come in. Believe me, they will. We're playing it on a monthly time frame. It's like when we played Goldman Sachs today. Check this out, all right? So we scalped it in and out for a pretty good gain. But, you know, we're just not taking Goldman Sachs because, you know, just to take it out of thin air and just, oh, I'm just going to give it a shot. What the hell? You know, I got nothing to lose. Look what it did. It went in a double top, and it almost went into the even number of the 205. And if it would have popped up above, usually they'll start stopping out everybody at 205 and they'll pop it up. But you know damn well all the technicians were waiting for the Pierce up 205.20, 205.25. So you know what? Market makers took it right back down. And you know, your typical guy chases it, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? We were in, covered half, and out. That's it. Now actually it's a bearish pattern setting up to possibly go lower. But 75 million on the SPY, guys. It's going lower. 90s for NVIDIA, maybe. Yeah, I mean that's what you're gonna have to start doing. There's nothing up here, guys. There's no levels up here right now for NVIDIA. It's all the land of make believe. We have 2 tails. You get a third tail, we could possibly pull back. I like 2 tails, 3 tails. Volume's getting heavy too. You know what's happening right here, guys? The smart money's distributing right now. And when there's no buyers, it's gonna be lights out. It might take a little time. We're gonna have to tie this one up with the SPY. SPY, IWM, that all starts collapsing. This one's gonna collapse like a ton of bricks. My dad follows you on Twitter. He's helping in tough times. Yeah, a couple hundred here and there. Yeah, you know what? I mean, that's what you got to do. Like Goldman Sachs today. We traded that one twice yesterday. We traded Kohl's Kohl's yesterday. Took one other one yesterday too. We're in some other trades too as well. But hey, that's what I do. I'm a trader. Sorry guys, I got a couple things going on, so I'm gonna be in and out. But my machine is printing some stuff right now, so as soon as that's done, I'll be able to focus on this. But yeah, I mean, that's what we do. I mean, on a chart like this is just stupid. And everyone's chasing it. And I'm sure they're going to upgrade it now. This is just brutal, guys. This is, I mean, okay, look at that one. Not that this one's compared to that one. Look at Dollar General. What the hell did that one do? Straight up, and look at that butt kicking. Now look, so all the people who, they all sold down here. Now they're chasing it up here, and this thing's going to retrace probably back to 82, and then probably the next leg down. That's what these guys do to you. Look at O, and these are stocks I showed yesterday. Look at O, up, 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 up. I don't even know what this one was. I was just looking through charts one day. I was like, wow, look at this one extended. I got to take that. Boom, and it's still going down. We covered already, and it's going down almost another $6-7 bucks. The IBB's killing you. Yeah, Tesoro. Yeah, Tesoro, that one's got me too, but same crap, guys. Look at this. Oh my gosh. You're not short this one? Short it. This is just flat out stupid too. I mean, this one was a $38 stock. It's at 143 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. No. When this one comes back in, guys, it's going to be good night. O is like a realty company or some crap like that. I don't even know. That's why it doesn't even matter what it is, guys. All I know is it was an extended chart. I'm trading that one. I'm taking that one. I don't care what it is. You know, people were laughing. Look at 3M. And 3M. Who the hell shorts 3M? Look at when it was extended. Extended from the 20 MA. It's coming in. That's what it does. And then you're looking at over a couple of the other ones. And it doesn't matter really what time frame, guys. This is more of a short swing. Yeah, the realty, yeah. But you know, after the fact, it's like, oh my gosh, what the hell is this company? And it's like, oh, okay, I don't even know what they do. All I know is it's a chart. Same thing with 3M. Gets extended, pulls back. Gets extended, see how it pulls back. Now we got the rally. They're getting the 3M. Everybody's happy. You know, if Trump wins, it's going to be a disaster. And then we get the bull rally. And you know what? All the hedgies and all the dumb money, they all went short on that, and they got their asses kicked. This is a short squeeze bull trap rally on really good volume, which is kind of frightening to me, actually. When you get big volume, especially on the IWM, this could be a blow off top, guys. You got some massive volume 3 days in a row into a pivot high, which is or the gap fill. Next area is here. If you're not short the IWM, short this thing right here. Gets up to 129, add more. We shorted this one today in my swing account. I'm in my intraday account, getting my butt kicked a little bit, but I'm okay with that. Again, it's all about strategically placing yourself in the right position with the right share size, willing to add and willing to go up to your maximum position of your total portfolio, which is 10%. Kicked like on NVIDIA. If I lose 13% on that, it's only 1.3% of my total portfolio. Not a big deal. Come on now, guys. You know, that's sorry, guys. I'm in and out here, but yeah, that's it. Now we're on 77 million on the SPY. They're pushing it up again. Yeah, get it up to the highs. You know, because they want to close this thing at the highs. They're going to close it at the highs. Yeah, if you're in NVIDIA, take something off the table, Joey. Something. Take half off at least. Protect it. Comes back down, buy it again if you want to be in that one that much. But please, man, if you take it off, do it right. Serious. I'm short this thing, but I'm not telling you to sell it because I'm short. I'm telling you because look at this chart, man. Come on, guys. I know you guys don't follow the charts like I do. I've seen this bullshit before, man. Parabolic. Stocks don't go up to 90 degrees. They just don't. That's gonna end bad, guys. And then everyone's gonna be in it, buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip, and next thing you know, it's like, oh my god, but Kramer said, and the blah blah blah. I mean, okay, let's go to DPZ. Everyone was freaking out about this one. Oh my god, it just keeps going. What are we gonna do? And look at that, bam! Look at that. They added some puts, for a nice profit. Oh my gosh, but it's DPZ. Kramer and CNBC said the best of the breed. But hurry up, because this monthly chart, you know, it's not that extended yet. I mean, really? That's a good uptrend, don't get me wrong. But I went down, it's coming right here, 141, and then right back wherever this 20 MA is. It might be 130, 135, but come on. You know, here it is, just like NVIDIA. Oh my God, it just keeps going. Kramer was right. And all of a sudden, oh shit, what just happened? Oh man. And then, oh, it's down. Kramer said, and then all of a sudden it's down here to gap fill. Then all of a sudden it's down here to 200 MA. But Kramer said, and we'll be done. We'll be out of the trade going, thanks, Kramer. If you want to get in DPZ, buy it down here then. So John, I understand, but just like Tesoro, it was extended. It's $100. It's now at 143, and it's still going up. When do you say enough? It's another trade, Daniel. That's it, buddy. When you have 400 trades on the year, and you do the right percentage, when you do the right, even if that one's down 50%, it's 5% of your portfolio. It's not that big of a deal. You know, and that's the thing. I mean, I trade completely different than anybody. I'm taught to take it and get out of it. You know, it's like that's how I trade, guys. I'm in 400 trades a year, 300 trades a year. I don't even know what I'll count them at the end of the year. I don't really care. But if you have 400 trades on the year and you have 350 winners and 50 losers, those losers mean nothing. And if you're doing strict money management, strict position size, it doesn't matter. That's why, you know, you sit in this stuff, and Tesoro, that's fine. You know what? If it keeps going up, I'll put some puts on that one, and I'll do it that way. If I can make a couple grand on that, perfect. See, and that's why I scalp trade too, guys. I scalp during the day because I'm making money during the day as well. So if I scalped NVIDIA a bunch of times, made money. So even if this thing goes up, so what? I've made a bunch of money on it before. I scalped Goldman Sachs a couple times today and yesterday. That one's going up on me a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. And that's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. The more trades you take, the more positions you guys get in, that's what you got to do. I trade full time and I also own a business. Most my business allows me to do whatever the hell I want. I own a printing company as well, printing banners, and they're printing by themselves. I just got to keep an eye on it to make sure nothing's going funny. But right now I'm printing money back there and I'm printing money on the markets. How about that? Hold on, guys. That's why I got like some 50-foot banners going on right now. They're going on some fences for a client of mine. They're having some festival or something. So I'm just trying to keep an eye on those. So I see. So when do you think the price point is a pullback on NVIDIA? You know what? I got to really look at this one. But I mean, right now, if you were just to take a Fibonacci retrace in this one, just go to the monthly. Guys, this is parabolic. This is just gets stupid at this point. Take a retrace. Go to the top here. You know, if this thing really comes in 72, 64, 56, and then 50 bucks. And this is a play though. If the markets start, this might have to go into December, January, but when the markets go down, maybe on the interest rates or whatever, it's freaking going down, guys. Whatever. If you can't take the pain, then get out. For me, it's not that big of a deal. You know, that's why I do my right share size. I do all that stuff. One trade out of 350 trades I lose, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's like, I just sold this one today, SCO. You know, everyone, what is CNBC and all those, jerks telling everybody, oil's going to rally, $70 oil. We're picking this thing up. We started adding here, add, came right back up, and boom, it's still going. And you know what? We traded this one a couple times. It came down, did it here, came down, did it here, came back down, did it again. It's kind of like MLM. Upside down on this one, but you know what? I traded this one before. We were short in here, we covered. I took money here on this one. I'm doing it again. This is another extended pig. Even on a daily, when these things get extended from the 20 moving averages, I mean, this thing will slowly go up in the price. But you go to the monthly on this one, same crap. Look at that. I don't believe that move. And then you have this trend line coming here. Chart, I want to see this thing close above this trend line. And that will tell me maybe more upside on this one. But right now, no way. This is a head fake. This is getting all the longs on board. This is great. It's going to be so great. Learned the hard way today that you can't hold short, then you try to scalp trade long. Yeah, I mean, I've been there, guys. I'm the guy that was NVIDIA. I'm short and just getting my butt kicked, and I'm flipping it and going long right here at the top. I can't take it anymore. NVIDIA, Kramer said they're upgrading it now. So I'm short, from down here at 50 bucks or whatever. They're squeezing, and I'm the guy going, oh my God, I'm taking my short and going long. The next thing you know, collapse. Been there, guys, believe me. Sorry, guys. I'm in and out. All right, let's see NVIDIA. Let's see it. We got three little tails now. Let's see if this thing pulls back a little bit. If you want to short NVIDIA right here for a quick one, you probably can. No, I mean, that takes some balls, but let's see if this thing pulls back. If this was in the middle of the day where you get three tails like this, especially on volume, this is a good short right here. But it's still NVIDIA. NetEase. Yeah, NetEase too. That was another one. But it's NetEase. It just keeps going up. It's so great. They had earnings, though, and they were bad. But look at this. When this thing started rolling over right here, whoa, people are like, oh, my God, just get me out of this. Smart money's distributing right here, guys. They're taking their money. They're like, I'm out of this thing. I don't care what earning. If it goes up on earnings, I'll short it. You know what? But look, little bearish pattern coming in. They are holding the 750 on here. I'm still thinking 209 right here. Markets start to really rumble. Then 186. We had this one short too. We covered that one. I made some more money. And that's what it's all about, guys. IBB. All right, hold on. I know I'm on a rant now. Short it. You know what? Yeah, it's painful to be in NVIDIA. Don't get me wrong, guys. But I'm so used to this stuff, and just the way with the money managed, it just makes it easy. I can't worry about this one. You know, just like DPZ. I had email after email. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? It's like, just hold it, man. Hold it. You know, I bought a couple puts and boom, got paid. I'm still in share size. I'm going to ride that damn thing down. I'm just waiting. Hold on here, guys. We have a couple minutes. I could roll a little bit longer. Yeah, Tesla too. Same crap. They had good earnings, though. At 215, that's a steal. That Tesla's at 188. Look at Chipotle when it hit 750. Oh my God, it's going to 1,000. They're upgrading it. Yeah, IWM, short that one. Hell yeah, Isaac. If you're not short already, short it. Go half size. Don't go crazy, but make sure you have some left. It could go to double top. Double top's around 129.47. We did talk about that one. All right, we'll come back to NVIDIA, but this little retail deal, sometimes that's a good call. It's the end of the day, so it might not work out. There's really, other than 89 buck even number, there's really no resistance up here. So now you're just going 90, 95, 100. But we'll come back to this one, see if it pulls back. But if this was typically in the middle of the day in here, I'd be shorting this one right here. You got volume on the bottom too. That's a 10-minute chart, guys. Short NVIDIA, yeah, you got to short this thing. Don't overload the boat. You just want to make 10% your total portfolio in that position at the most. If you want to go 5% here and see if it goes up a little more, do that. We might have to be married to this one in a little bit. But guys, when this one pulls back, it's going to be epic. IBB, yeah, IBB. Hold on, guys. All right. My banner's done, so I'm good. Sorry about that. Nike long. All right, hold on. Short NVIDIA. Did you go over gold? No, not yet. Gold. How about that? Everyone, you know, I was like, we're gonna miss the boat. That's all right. Look what it's doing, coming right back down. CSC. See, we covered half of CSC. All right, guys, I gotta go in. All right, I'll get to the IBB too. So CSC, we covered half of that one. It is going up on us, but again, I'm in all these positions. I'm not that worried about this one. This is another high flyer guy. These things are out of control at this point, guys. And actually, no, I'm gonna hold. I got a little bit more room on this one. But you know, if you're not short CSC, short it right here. It just hit the 6. Did it make this 61? Yeah, 61.04. This is not. These things have no business going up this side. They just don't. I mean, this thing was a $24 stock 9 months ago, and now it's almost 60. 100% move, and then it comes back a little bit. This thing's got to consolidate, and then rocket ship up. But we already played this one. We gained $3 on the position. It's going up against us a little bit, but I'm okay with that. It's just like I said, it's just another trade for us, guys. NetEase. Yeah, NetEase, we talked about that. That's coming in pretty good. IBB, let's look at the IBB. Yeah, IBB, we're still in this bearish pattern on the monthly. That's a big bearish pattern. Look, they couldn't even get it above this big red bar. They did, but it came right back in. But let's go on the daily chart here. I started adding shorts on this one. We added here, and then we added on this day as well. And now we're going to see what happens. We have a little doji. I don't know if that's going to mean anything. But when you get a push up on volume like this, oh man, something's going on. He had a lot of shorts probably in this one going with Trump, and then they just squeezed the shit out of everybody. I like the doji. I like the fact that we filled the gap up here. I'm going to be ready just in case if it gets up in this area to 300 number, but it's got to get there first, guys. Wow, look at the Qs go now. These markets are just unreal. I mean, realistically, we have the Dow leading the way. We have the NASDAQ getting slammed. We have the IWM out of control. But I think that's small business in America, the IWM. So I think with the Trump win, that's why that one's going up. But you have massive volume on that one. You got F5 flying, GS flying, JPM flying. You got oil going down. You got gold going down. It's just like, all right. Like we talked about in the beginning of the week, just settle down. Let's let these markets, slow up. And it's just nuts. I just, even with the IWM, maybe off a bullish flag, you get a move like this. But man, when you just come off, it didn't even really hit support down here. It just took off. Big volume though. So if you look at the MACD too, you got a negative divergence as well. This thing has no business going up here. Pulling back though. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit. That was gap fill right there around 127.55. So tried getting into that area again. So let's see. Yeah, they're just, man, look at the volume in here. Got to get in the IWM. Hurry up. It's cheap up here. Cheap up here. I mean, gosh, a little more. But still, I just can't buy these dips here. You wake up and then the whole thing's down. I mean, it could easily went the other way with Trump victory, like everyone was saying for weeks. Yeah, but CSC, if you're not short that one, short it. I'm in it. So, and like I said, it went down a couple bucks. I covered it. It went up, and then I started shorting again. If it goes a little higher next week, I'll probably add a little bit more. Let's see here. Nike long. I honestly, guys, I just don't like anything long right now. I'm sorry. I mean, it's probably a beat down play. Let's see. Look at Nike. Yeah, but the IBB, be careful with that one. I'm short already. If it goes to 300 or right in that area, I'll add a little bit more. And I still have some left in the tank just in case if it goes a little higher. Nike. Yeah, Nike's still weak. And even with all the hype, everything, it just really couldn't even get going. So I would just be careful. You're still below the MAs here, still in a weak stance. You got a little bit of a bearish pattern. You know what? I mean, maybe if Nike comes down, let's go to bigger time frame. OKE. Oh, I know. I'll tell you a story with that one. Actually, I don't have any of the charts. Yeah, OKE. Oh my gosh. Yeah, don't even give me. I'm thinking Nike right here for a long, 46 bucks, 200 moving average. At least give yourself a chance. Right now, you're kind of in no man's land. You got support down here, from this pivot right at 47.27. And then you have these low pivots here where it actually came back in, it retraced, and then it took off from there. So you're going to have support down here too. So if anything, long right in this area for Nike. Let it fall. And if it doesn't fall, it goes up, comes back up into this trend line here. This is your shorting area right here. Start to add, then 60 bucks would be the last place. If it moves up on it, you could probably stop out up here, depending on your share size. It's really about risk tolerance, guys. If you're banging out 20 winners in a row, you can have a little more risk, and that's kind of how I look at stuff as well. Yeah, so Nvidia ended up 20 bucks up. Oy. That's not a blow off top on earnings. I don't know what is. Kind of reminds me of Priceline. That thing popped up, then it would just drop. But again, next week we'll see what's going on, and we'll take it from there. OKE, is that the one out of control? Yeah, okay. We were short this one. We took the profit and ran. We did this one too. But this one here, I don't even know where we went short. I couldn't. It was on one of these guys here. It might have been right here in July. Yeah, I think around 50 bucks we did it. Came pulled back real nice. I think, was there a pivot or something? Yeah, there was a gap fill right here, 47. That's why we took it. Always reasons, guys. 47 or 48 bucks was a gap fill right here. You had a little pivot high right there, 50 even number. So I thought, okay, let's start adding. Look at that run, though. Oh, my gosh. We were buying down here, guys. We ran this thing. I had a friend. He started buying, where was it? He started buying right in here. It was about 26 bucks. And I was telling him, I said, let the US fall. USO fall. USO fall. So he gets in here. We added here. Goes up, he gets all excited, comes back in, starts freaking out. What do we do? What do we do? Oil's going lower. No. We're in the double bottom. If it gets a little bit lower, yeah, we'll stop out. Comes in here. One more time in a double bottom. We loaded the house here. We rode this thing all the way up to, well, he did. I consult this guy. 39 bucks we got out of that one. And you don't even want to know the share size we took. But yeah, this guy's really, really wealthy, and mama mia. We took this one. Here, I'll show you another one. TRGP. These are off the top of my head. We took this one. Look, same thing, guys. He was buying down here, came in, bounced up, double bottom, loaded the house, rode this one up. I'm going to try to think. ETE, I think it was. Yeah, ETE, same thing. Look, it's all the same stuff. So he started buying up here, though, and I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So this thing comes in. He's freaking out, of course, because he loaded the boat right here. He room to add, comes down here, and he didn't want to do it. So bounces up, comes in. These are all, what is it, ELP plays or LPP or LLP plays or I don't know, limit liability partnerships or whatever. Comes here, and look at the volume on here. If this isn't a buy signal, when you got huge, huge volume, We loaded the house here, guys. Look at this thing. And our plan was to sell in July. This one, once it hit gap fill right here, we took it off. But my gosh, that was an epic one. What was it? BWP? Was it BWP? Is that an oil play? I think BWP. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, this was another one. Loaded in here, came back, pulled back. I don't know if the I think this was one. I was begging him, you have to do it. It was a $10 even number play. Then every even number, 10, 9, put a big position on here, and look at that one. And I think ETP was another one. ETP, I mean, it was just, that was our plan. Load up in December. Then when the markets tanked in January, we load the house. Still short with, yeah, I'm still short with that average. Right around 78.56, I think it was. Something like that. Yeah, I'm in it. We talked about that one. It's just another trade for me, man. PDFS. What are you looking to do with this one? OSK looks like a good short. PDFS. Let's see. Oh, wow, look at that one. Huh. What's the volume today? Yeah, 200,000. That's a tough one. Anyone can move this one. But honestly, let's see what we have here. So it's in the 618. You know, if you want to go short, maybe here, but I would probably wait to 2680. You know, this one had a nice move off the bottom. Nice little bottoming tail, too. What's a light volume name? These are tough sometimes. You get one big, buyer in here, seller in here. This thing could be manipulated. Is it like a bio or a drug stock or something like that, or is it a market mover? Let me just see if there's any. So that's where, I mean, you are into some. You know, you have resistance up in here at the 618 or the 750. You got that pivot, so it's not bad. You know, you had a couple, down, bearish, down, nice retrace almost to the top of this inside bar, slammed it back down, came into this little bit of support, nothing big, and then right back up. So yeah, I mean, don't chase this thing long. You know, if it pulls back maybe one more time, maybe go long. But again, I'm just not going long in these markets until I know what's going on with this up and down action. To the close, the volume and no profit taking. Yeah, but that's typical of crap like that. I mean, look at Netflix too. And FLX. I mean, this was another one. You know, I mean, it could go up higher. I don't know, whatever. I'm going to ride it. Look at Netflix. I mean, it's like, oh shit, it's Netflix now. Everyone has to get in. Then they held it here, got all the suckers in here, and look what they did to them. Dropped it right in their face. It's the same crap. It's the same stuff over and over, guys. Just got to follow. Just got to find the patterns and play them. Dump. I don't. You know, I'm looking. You know, because the fear factor's off of gold now. UUP. Did the UUP go up? Yeah. Dollar's going. Look, dollar's moving up now again. Look at that though. That was just classic. Little consolidation up here. They drop it. Gold pops up. Gold comes right back in. Remember, guys, what area? Yeah, dollar's got room to run, guys. Dollar goes up. This GLD's position's going down. And GLD, what do we talk about? Oh, it almost got there, 115.17. How long have we been talking about 115.71? I mean, since basically over here. So what is that, 3 weeks? And it started going up, and I say, if it goes up, we're going to miss the trade. Oh, well, don't chase it. Look at that. So if you would have chased gold, you'd be getting hammered right now. And we're waiting patiently, guys. OSK is really looking close to a put buy. All right, hold on. Look at this goal. And then we talked about this bearish pattern. We got above this inside bar, never filled the gap. We got into these pivots here of resistance, a little topping tail here. Not a true topping tail. I would have loved for it to go up here and then maybe the short. But let this thing, I'm telling you, this thing, if the markets start to go, we're going to 112. So if you want to start adding here around 115, maybe. But I got to say, I mean, 3 bars down, that's pretty good. You know, I guess if you want to start to nibble, but you know me, guys, I'm trying to be really patient with this one. I hate, giving out bad trades. I try not to, but like this one here, like I said, let it go up without us. That's it. Too bad. And look, it's coming right back into our area. We talked about this area for a long time. You watch my videos and all that. Software is PSD, so they might be news driven. It's not a bad. I mean, there's really nothing for me to do. You had a nice bounce off that PDFS. Like I said, if 26 at double top. But I mean, you probably get in it, a little short retrace and get the hell out of it. Take a couple bucks on it, if that. It's a small stock, so $2 would probably be, 5, 6, 7%. And that's the other thing, guys. When I'm in trades, I'm looking for 3 to 6, 7%. I'm not looking for home runs all the time. I'm just trying to rack up win after win after win after win after win. And that's like with my puts. When I was up on DPZ over $1,000, I just sold it. Yeah, I could have made more. It went down a little bit today. I dumped it. When I was up on the Netflix put, I took it. And yeah, it sucks. Hindsight's a bitch, but you look at Netflix. God, if I would have held Netflix those couple more days, look at that. Look at that fall. Man, I would have made those things would have ballooned. But you know what? I made money on this fall right here. Done. Out. So if you're making 1,000 here, 1,000 there, 500 here, 1,000 there, 600 there, next thing you know, it's $5,000. So the Nvidia trade, it's just got to keep trading, guys. You got to just follow the charts and take the trades and make it happen. And once you rack up a bunch of them, that's it. What chart to US dollar? I use the UUP. It's good enough for me. I don't as long as I see a chart pattern. Weekly chart, we talked about the UUP. You had the nice downfall. Look at that, right back up. So, I was hoping maybe down into the moving averages, fill the gap. Never made it. But you know what? Honestly, that's where all the technical guys are waiting. So, Janet Yellen, central bankers, they know a lot of people, which I'm surprised they didn't bounce it before the bounce. But I think if it would have filled the gap down in here, you would have had a lot more people buying it, where we would have probably been up to maybe 26.13 today. So they stop it short. Then now you got a couple people chasing it. But you know what? I'm long the dollar. I'm going to wait for 26.13 or long the UUP. I'm hoping to get to 26.49 up in this area. So, let's see. Haitian over. I think there's a lot of short cut. Yeah, there's a lot of short covering today. I mean, it was $24 10 months ago. Why is gold down? The dollar's going up. That's why. And then the risk trade is off on with the Trump and all that crap. I know another big pro saying not to buy into 70s, and he was really good at charting. Yeah, but you know what? It's the hype. Look at Domino's Pizza, guys. Domino Pizza. If it wasn't for CNBC for 3 weeks going, it's Domino's Pizza. That's the best of the breed. Out of 22 food stocks or restaurant stocks, this is the one to be in right here. They had earnings. Then CNBC grabbed it for weeks. Oh my gosh, you got to get in. And then boom. Same thing. Monthly chart. You don't get in on this. This can easily go to 125, 130, straight back down. And look, it's starting. This is a monthly chart. If this bar on the monthly basis closes below 150 area, 150 you're going to have some support because that's just an even number. This thing's going to tank. And again, it's just another high flyer. Like I showed this one today. Like ISRG, we were short this one too on earnings. If I could get the ISRG, if I get the right ticker symbol in there. Same crap. And this one has a trend line too, though, which is great. Look at that trend line, guys. Every time it gets to it, that was the first one to connect. Comes in, right to it, never closes above. Retested it again, right down. Look what it does. Almost in there. But again, look, extended from the 20, comes in. Extended from the 20, comes in. What's this? Extended from the 20, comes in. This was epic too. They had earnings that popped to 7.25 and right back down. And this one's still going down. We covered it. I think I covered it today. I don't even know. I had so much stuff going on, guys. And this is what we look for. These are the charts we dream about. Yeah, this one could have went a little higher, but you know what? Take the right position so you can add a little bit more, and eventually it will come in. That's how you got to play these. Short CMG at 400. Hold on, GPUs are up. The Darlings Gaming, VR, self-driving cars. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Remember Apple at 700 when they were upgrading it to 1,000? Apple went back to 350, and that was Apple. This is Nvidia. I don't care what they're doing, guys. Doesn't matter. Apple is 700, and it went to 707, I think it was, and then it was lights out. Everyone got sucked in that one too. Came down 50%. People are buying at 705 on Apple, and they could have been buying at 350. So it's the same crap. It's the same thing, same charts. I mean, even like this one had no business too. CMG. We'll look at CMG, look, they popped up. Look, extended. Look at this thing. But it's CMG. The guy from JPM upgraded it to 1,000. Yeah. Yeah, the ADE coli and all that crap too, but they started falling before that. Another stock where it had no business being up here, period. To the iPhone market? No, but you know what? But when it was at 700, it still fell. It hit that number and boom, started going down. And believe me, Apple wasn't like Nvidia. You know, where is Nvidia? You know what? Honestly, guys, you don't have to play these. I am. That's what I do here. So if you want to play that chart, great. If you want to go long up here, even better. And again, I'll go back to the one I showed you earlier. This guy, I think they had something to do with Apple. Same crap. Up, up, up and away and slam. You know, and even Costco. Who shorts Costco, you know? Costco, blah, blah, blah. But when it gets extended, I mean, look at this. When it started getting extended right here, got to short it. When it gets away from this 20 MA, it's going to come back. I mean, every chart, if you look at the monthly, just look at them. This one here had a nice uptrend, you know, came back a little bit, nice uptrend. Look, pulls back, gets extended, pulls back. That was the 1,000-point down day, so everything went down that day. Goes extended, pulls back, extended, pulls back. And it works on every time frame, guys. You got to know what you're doing. You got to watch for, you know, volume and trends and stuff like that. But same thing. Look at the weekly. It's extended, comes back. And look, it goes down below it, then it comes back up above it. Down below it, comes back above it. This is where it wants to stay. So every time it gets extended on the downside, look. So it was extended on the top from the 20, pulls back from the 20. Look, it's going up again. But it's coming on support down in here. So you got to find support. You got to find, you know, different, you know, reasons to take trades. But that's why. Kramer was pumping it for weeks. Yeah, I mean, everything. Yeah, Twilio, that was another one. Or ACIA. Yeah, Twilio. You're an idiot shorting that one. Look at that. That thing just freaking got its head ripped off. Again, another one. High flyer. Just kept going. Everyone piled in. What does that remind you of? Does that look like an NVIDIA chart? You know, that's the weekly. Here's the monthly. Monthly has a shorter time frame, but that's an ugly flipping chart. Straight up and straight down. I mean, geez. And you know, even this one too. I remember in StockBookie, everyone was bullish. So bullish on this one. This was a head and shoulder top on ACIA. What, Acacia, whatever it is. I don't even know what it is. Head and shoulder top. Boom, 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 boom. Then they retrace it, get all the suckers on board, hits the trend line up here, and then they dump it in their face. Our target price was 75 bucks. It hits it. And then we said next area, fill the gap. It even filled the gap. God, that was a great one. That was a great one. And then it's trying to retrace. You got all the suckers buying again. But theoretically, we have to have a retrace into this area. This one could possibly go lower. And if it does, you're probably looking at 57 bucks and maybe $59. You gotta, man. I mean, there's so many like this, guys. See, I'm trying to pull up some, trying to think of what else. I mean, look at Amazon. Amazon. Who the hell shorts Amazon? You look at the monthly, you know, everyone's laughing. Oh, you're shorting Amazon. You're a flipping idiot. Well, you know what? First of all, you got a huge trend line here. It hasn't got above that trend line yet. Here it did. Never confirmed, right back down. Where's the 20 MA? Right here, it's 624. This thing goes down, it's going to 624. First stop will probably be in this area because you have support around 682. This is where it's going. And if the markets start to dump, I wouldn't doubt it goes to 435. That's me, though. You know, yeah, but Twilio, we shorted that one. But honestly, I took the profit. It sucks to see it fall more, but you know, as it was coming up here, and this is how we played it. This was a topping tail here. I think that had some resistance. Yeah, we had a topping tail there. We had the high pivot here. So as it gets into there, we're shorting it, pops up, we're adding more, comes back in. I think our average price was maybe 65, or I would have to look back at the trade. Makes this topping tail, closes above it, never confirms, and straight back down. As long as it didn't confirm above this topping tail here on the daily chart, that's your stop out. Never confirmed. Then boom, got into support. We covered, you know, I think we covered here for a couple bucks, and then we covered here for a couple more bucks or whatever. I think we took $7, $8 on this trade. And look at this. Yeah, it sucks. And then it just goes straight down. And you're like, damn. Unbelievable. SYY for a short. Let's look at SYY. Man, I've been doing this crap for a long time, guys. All technicals. Gosh. Yeah, it's been chopping around. If anything, maybe a put. Let it chop around a little bit longer, then maybe buy a couple puts. Let's see. We'll probably let it dribble down a little more, kind of like Netflix. Get 4 or 5, 6 days of consolidation. As long as it stays below this 53.97 and this high, you can probably do a put on this one. But maybe wait for one retrace up and then put it on because it is dribbling down a little bit. So if it pops up again, you could probably buy a put or two. And then but be ready just to make sure, just in case we had to add more. Hold on, let me look at the bigger time frame. I was gonna say, is this at the all-time highs already? Yeah, wow, look at that. Yeah, not bad too, getting extended from here. Let's see if we could go, you know what, to buy a put. Let's see if we could get 1 day up, or a couple days up. And if it goes right back into this or maybe into the 55 area, then do it. There's really no technicals up here. Now you just have even numbers, 55, 56. That's going to be natural resistance. So, that's something to look at as well. When you buy puts and stocks, just moves 2 to 3%. The put can move 50% score. I made 45% this week. Yeah, no, I hear you. I buy puts and calls too. I write puts and calls as well. But on the positions, that's a share size positions that I'm doing 3 to 7%. But see, if I get 3 to 7% on 20 trades, and then if I have a couple of those losers for 3 to 7%, it's not that big. Yeah, the DIA, you can start shorting that. Short the SPY if it could pop up a little higher. Short the IWM too. The Qs are still a little bit weak. The IWM you can definitely short. The DIA you can definitely short. Buying at the 55. Yeah, I mean you could wait. I mean if this thing, I mean it's looking. I mean we're in the double top. It's looking a little weak. It is consolidating on the daily. We could get one more pop up. It really depends on the markets too, guys. If the markets start to crash, they're all going down. So the markets are staying buoyant. You got some great. You have the Dow leading, the Nasdaq down 50. You got the IWM blowing off its top. Oh yeah. You got the transports trying to make a run for the money. It's like, what the hell is going on here? You got gold coming down. You got oil coming down. 3 days ago, the dollar was shooting up. The oil was going up. It's, oh my gosh. That's why I said that this week is just out of control. JBT, yeah, that one keeps going too, guys. I mean, this is not a bad short either. We are short. I started entering on this one. And I'm going to add more. If it moves up a little more, I'm going to add some more. That's getting extended too. So you got to be careful with the high flyers. And I mean, look at that. I mean, it was a flipping $12 stock. It's $85. That was a couple years ago. But even if you go back into the end of last year, you're $32. Another parabolic, man, going up 80%. 80% or 80 degrees up. No, that's just no good. Voice, can you hear me? Can everyone hear me? Dallas, Regeneron, I think, is that what you're saying, Sam? Totally agreeing, buying puts, agree. Super busy. Said, yeah, I mean, I got so much going on. I'm trying to throw trades. I'm trying to scalp. I had great scalps. And, this week. And that's the other thing, too. I got a scalping account. So I'm freaking, blowing through those all day long, one scalp after another, making money that way. So I'm making money in my scalp trading account and more my short-term account, maybe for a week, 2 weeks. My swing trade account, I like to keep those separate because sometimes I use margin when I scalp. I load the house sometimes in trades, so stuff like that. All right, hold on. If I missed anybody, punch in your ticker symbol again. Regeneron. Yeah, Regeneron pulled back. I mean, it's going up. We had this area here for support. It's holding that so far. You had a lot of bids on these. I mean, it's almost like the IBB. You could possibly play it. If you could be really patient on this one, you could probably take, we got into the 382, maybe up into this pivot, 535. I mean, maybe. Honestly, we could get a massive bid next week and these go straight up. I don't know. Any investment clubs? No. No investment clubs. For about 2 years ago, I was doing like a meetup thing. I live in Phoenix. So I was doing a meetup thing, and people couldn't grasp what I do. You know, a lot of people were from the Investors Business Daily, IBD, and they just couldn't grasp it. I short all the time. That's unethical. It's like, yeah, but I mean, unethical. Look at this move on Regenerant. Is this Regenerant? Yeah. I mean, this is why you short. Look what happens. It comes back in, retraces back up. Now I got to look at the daily on this one. I mean, that's just epic retrace. You know, this is what you live for, guys. It comes into this high, comes right back down, and there's always reasons why these things bounce. You have pivots here, you got a pivot here, and you had the big pivot there. You take this one long here, goes right back up in these high pivots, and look at that fall. This is the stuff. I mean, these are irrational markets, guys. Look at this. I'll look at Dallas in a second. They say you try to get 10 to 12% return a year, but as you know, you guys are like probably get once a month. Joshua, for 8 years, the guys I trade with, including myself, 73% a year on our swing trade accounts. On our scalping accounts, we're doing well over 100% a year. That's why the NVIDIA trade, I could give a rat's ass, guys. It's just another trade for me. I'm going to give that one a shot. And I might, you know what, if I could build my portfolio and if I'm sitting in that one for another month or two and it allows me to add more to that position, I'll put more into that position. That's just the way it is. You know, I know guys who are in hedge funds and they're just getting their asses kicked. And most people are getting their asses kicked in these markets. And that's why I think we got the rally. So I think there's so many people short in these markets going into the Trump win. They were like, oh my God, we're 800 down. Oh my God, 800 down. The markets are going to tank if Trump. It was like the taste of it. It's 800 down. As soon as it opens, I'm shorting everything. Everybody went short and they just stuck it to them. The big institutional money, the central bankers, I guarantee there was a ton of shorts just putting on that bet of Trump winning and the markets tanking because CNBC put that in your heads for so long. If Trump wins, we're doomed. And that was it, guys. And like I said, we do, 300-400 trades a year. More than that. I mean, scalp trades, I sometimes do 10 a day. If there's trades out there, I take them. I'm not shy about taking trades. But Netties levels. Wait, did I miss any other? Oh, Dallas. Sorry about that. DAL. I see you, buddy. I see you. I'm come back towards, Dallas. Jeez. Everything's running. Gosh, this is like insane. Well, we filled the gap today, guys, right there. So there's a gap being filled. So what I would watch on this one now, and the 750, we filled we got the gap window as well. Honestly, it could go to $50. I like the 50. Now what you're looking for, you're gonna look for sideways consolidation, see if it sets up to possibly move higher. If not, then you're looking for just it to get below these wicks here and then possibly start heading down. It's not a bad short area. We did fill the gap today, but damn, that would have been a great intraday trade. Wait, was that the daily? No, actually, let's see here. Not shut up at the end of the day. But yeah, right now it's strong. It's not bad. We're above the MAs, trying to make a run, but again, it's starting to get a little extended. Let's look at a monthly. Monthly, wow, look at that. Nice retrace, guys, on the monthly. Wow. Yeah, I even like this even more. This thing pops up into here, $50, short this thing. Put that one on your wish list right here. $50, 52, right in there. Yeah, look at that. Comes back in, nice inside bar, closes above there. Let's see if we can close above the 50 area and then possibly confirm. Let's see if we can get a little more out of this one before we short. That's a good one. I'm going to write that one down. Keep an eye on that one, guys. Starts getting around 50 DAL, around $50. That one we'll have to see how it goes. I'm watching for this, guys. I want to see one more big push up into it. If we get one more big push on the daily, straight up, we're taking that one. All right, kind of like here. If we get a couple more candlesticks right into the 50, done. Netties. Levels on that one. We're trying to hold this level right here. We have the double bottom. It hit today. It did bounce. So right now it's 224.53. To see if there's anything over here. Yeah, we had the 20 MA, so that's holding it up too. So remember, on the weekly, you could get stretched from 20 MA too. So that's going to be support though. So you had the 750, the 618. That's why it's bouncing. So right on this one now, I mean, if you're long, you get back up into this area, you can probably think about taking this one off. If you definitely get back to double top, I would just take my profit and say thank you very much. But if this thing starts to curl, the 20 MA, this stays sideways with the 20 MA curling in the price, the markets start to give it up, I think we can go right back down to 208 and then ultimately the 187 or 160 or 186.44 if I could say it. Cover or wait for more, Raj. I covered half my shares on Netflix yesterday, I believe it was. I'm in a half position now. I sold my puts too. So, but yeah, Netflix, it's coming in real good, guys. I mean, I'll go to Netflix. I'll show you what I'm looking at. But yeah, I mean, right now, if this thing sets up or retraces, here, hold on. Now we got to set up a retrace with the fib from this high to this low here. So if you get a retrace back up into here, back to 258, that could be the end of the road. You have the high pivots here. And if you really get back up into the 268 area, if you're long and in the profit, take it. Or take half off, protect it. You get up a little bit more into double top, and take the rest. But right now, this could be possibly setting up. You got roasted here on this one on the earnings. Never confirmed below the MA, so there's no confirmation, so we could still move up. But just watch for your bearish setup, you know, like an inside wedge here, and then that could possibly go lower. So be careful with this one. On netties, how do you determine where to put the bottom on the retrace? Well, here I had it on the big one because we didn't have a bottom yet over here. So as it was coming in, so right now I'm doing the retrace from this top to this bottom because that's your high right here. That's your bottom right there. So I'm looking for the retrace on this one. So you got to do it from the last recent bottom, at least for me. I mean, yeah, but you know, on the bigger time frame. All right, so let's see. So if you're looking at 251 and 258, okay, so that's the 618 and the 750. So remember 251, 258. So let's take that off. Remember, 251, 258. So let's stick that here. So where's this? So this is 256, 247. Low to that. So you're going to have resistance right in here too. But you know from 251 to 258, you're going to have resistance from this pivot to that pivot. So now with the 20 MA, these highs here, the 256 to 258 area is probably your better area where you're going to get some big resistance starting. So you're just looking at more, you know, you're just trying to find more levels, more areas of more resistance. You put it all together. That's why I went to the weekly. It's like, oh, hey, what's going on in the weekly? Oh, okay, there's some support there at the 20 MA. That's another reason why we bounced. You had 20 MA support. So this is the, you know, this is, you know, from here to here. Now you have the 750, 20 MA support. Down in here, you had the 220 even number support. You get buy the dippers. It's netties. You got to buy this one. It's the best. But, you know, overall in the monthly, we know damn well that this can easily go back down to 184, then 167 if the markets start to fall. 119. For on which one? I mean, cover now or wait for the lower levels on Netflix. Oh, I thought you meant netties. I was like, you're short from 119. Holy crap, dude. All right, netties short now? No, let netties, let's see if we can retrace back up. Let me show you the area. Netties, right in here, right around 255, 250. But I want to see if this thing shoots straight up into it. That's what I'd like to see. If it kind of chops and the markets are going up, then we got to see. Then we're probably looking more on this 269 area up in here. No pattern, no setup. Let's see how let's see if it can retrace off this little bottom tail. This isn't a true bottom tail, but let's see if we can get a little more upside. Then we'll reevaluate this one as it goes up. No, you're good. You're good. All right, Netflix. And FLX. Yeah, I mean, right now I covered half because we're at the gap window here. That's support. That's where I'm taking it off and not messing around because we can actually go up and then I would add more. But now that we close below it, we want to see it close below this low right here, around 113.50 or so, or even this low here would be good. So next say Monday, we close down in this area, 112, 110. Then we're probably, let me just look. Yeah, you see you got support here too. You have a gap fill right here too. So yeah, you might bounce out if it goes through this area, 111.81. Okay, 111.81. If you haven't covered yet, cover some right there. I mean, even on Monday, I mean, this has a good chance now. You have a little doji. Sometimes that's a little reversal signal. But if you can get out of it around, you know, I don't know where you shorted it from. But as it was going up, we were adding. Like I said, we bought a put over here and over here. We sold the put, so I gained some money on that. And now we covered half here. And I don't know. I'll probably cover the half, 108. Maybe half of the half, and maybe try to. I still think we go to $100. I love this sell bar here. That's a pretty nasty one. That tells me lower prices, but it doesn't mean we might have a small retrace and then the next leg down. Again, if the market's dump, everything's going. But right now, with the elections and the news, it's real. There's really nothing, no pattern. Look at the IWM flying. The Qs aren't really telling me anything other than a little bit weaker. I mean, we look, but same thing. Look at this one, guys. So we go down, retraces right to the 750, gets above the moving averages, never confirms straight down. So this is telling me this is still a little bit weak. This still has a little more to go. That's why, like Netflix, that one could go a little bit lower. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm short GM or GS and JPM at this point. Oh yeah, I started adding swing trades to those yesterday and the day before, I believe. Oh yeah, I mean, this is just, I mean, that's what kind of led the Dow rally. All the bank stocks went. I mean, this is just getting stupid at this point. Stocks don't move up. This is unhealthy, guys. This is stuff where I mean, look at the volume too. So we might have exhaustion volume yesterday on this one. That tells me, and look, they couldn't get it above that pivot. And that's, I mean, anything can happen at this point, guys. And then you're into this area right in here. You got some good support in there or resistance. You're going to have more right up in here, then ultimately 214 or so if it goes that high. But I mean, look at this move, guys. 138 to 203. Come on. That's too far, too fast, guys. We're going to be pulling back. And there's a couple things I'm going to look at over the weekend to see exactly what these charts are telling me. And JPM too. JPM's at all-time highs now, and it's JPM, it's the best. Now that's another one. Jeez, you got, as a technical trader, guys, you got to short it. 75, even number, 76, 77. Every even number you're starting to add. That's just parabolic. Look at the volume too. Something was up. I think everyone was short here, and they were like, "Holy shit, I got to cover." Short the IBB. They all got wrenched on. The IBB added some short to that one. That's why we do these trades. And this one was great. This was the same trade over and over and over. Every time it got up to 300, shorted, cover, shorted at 300, cover, shorted at 300, cover. This time it really, I didn't think I'd see that. Straight down to here. But that's where it caught a bid down in this support again. But we're right back up, almost 300. We started adding. I got more left if we get to 300. If it gets above here, I'll probably stop out and maybe wait for gap fill around 340. I'm just trying to figure out which way these markets are going, guys. Do I have a website for selling my banners? No, I don't. I do all local work. I do like vinyl outdoor banners and stuff like that. Nah, I don't have a website for that. It's all local stuff. And then I got a couple real big accounts for that. They give me 100 banners at a time, and I just boom out and woohoo, right? Keep it going. Why not? And everyone tells me, when are you shutting your printing company down? It's like, yeah, but I'm on here and I'm printing, 50-foot long banners that I'm getting paid, I don't know, a couple $100 a piece on. And hey, okay, we're in the restaurant business. Hey, shoot me off an email. Where are you? Shoot me off an email at stockbookie@gmail.com. And I could give you some information on that. But let's see here. Yeah, thanks, Joshua. Pennsylvania, yeah, the shipping might kill me on that one. I can't compete against those guys that are doing it like $2 a square foot. I mean, I can, but as a business owner, I won't. Put it that way. But yeah, I mean, send me an email. We could talk back and forth. But PCLN, yeah, but even Bank of America. Let's look. I haven't looked at that one. Like I said, I'm short GS and JPM. Started adding. Let's just see if there's any. Yeah, right there. Look at that. So it's blasting. Gosh, they're just trying. Guys, I think they're just sucking everybody in. Look at that fall. Jeez. Dun da da da. And just now. Oh, there you go. There's your pivot, guys. $20. Bank of America gets to 20. Start shorting it. It could go to 26 though. This is the monthly. It's still a high risk trade with all the shit that's going on. But yeah, that's $20 is the area. I'm gonna write that one down. And a buck more, that's big in a $19 stock. So see, maybe 20 pair sub, $20.50, maybe up in that area. We have been late, but you went over. I could go over it. I think I talked about it Amazon, but I no problem. I could do it. Bank of America, yeah, JPM, Priceline, PCLN. PCLN, right? Come on, there you go. Let it keep going. This was another one that was starting to get extended. This was another one. Every time I had earnings, flipping just crashes. I did buy a put in this one, so I'm in a put. I'm in the money already on it, and you know what? We get some more selling. I'll make $1,000 or so, and I'm out. I think if I could get to 1,500 though, that would be epic. But yeah, I'm in the money already on it, and I'm going to collect on that one. I'm share size short on this one too, and I'm going to ride this one. Keep going, guys. Every time this one pops like this, it comes right back in. I would start covering depending on where you got in. Maybe at this double bottom at 1520, and possibly down in here too. But this is one too, guys. We were shorting, covering, shorting, covering, shorting, covering. Hit up here, we shorted, we covered. Went back up, we shorted, we covered. We're covering half, adding the half we covered the half, pops up, we added half again, boom. It's just stuff, just rinse and repeat, guys, over and over. But on this one, I bought a put because I think it was $2,000. Like I said, I like to do 1,000. I'll go 2. I'll sometimes go 3. But I know if I did one put on this one, to add another one, I would have to go to 4,000. And honestly, I just, for me, I got to expect this thing to go to 0 or whatever. But I'd rather do 1,000, 2,000. I can withstand those losses and not sit there and dwell about it. And that's how I play these guys. But like I said, you get the DPZ that I made $1,000, the Netflix you make $1,000, you just get the hell out. Thank you. So now if I have 2 losers for $1,000, those 2 winners countered them. That's what you got to keep doing. Hey, I noticed that your live session came late. Hey, what's up, Prince? I'm long from 16 Bank of America. Protect it, man. That's a hell of a trade. If it gets to 20, I would definitely $20 at Bank of America. But with these moves right now, I honestly don't know what the hell's going on. I really don't. I mean, you've got Goldman Sachs. I mean, look at Goldman. I mean, this is from 175, $25 move in a couple days. Getting it again extended from the 20. You will get a pullback, even if it's $10. We added this. You know what? I did buy some puts on this one too. I'm not gonna, if I get $1,000 out of this one, great. If it comes back in, I'm gonna make money both ways. Oh yeah, Amazon. Yeah, another gentleman asked me. Here, let's do it. Amazon. I think I looked at it earlier. Well, we were talking about the high flyers. Really nothing to do here, guys. Just one. We came down. We hit this pivot right in here. That's where it's kind of holding. We hit the 750. But I think with right now we're confirming below the MAs. These curling down. I think if we get a move up in here around 800, we fill this gap up in here. If you're long, just if it starts moving up, this is where you want to sell it. Up in here, maybe start selling it at this gap fill around 787 or this window around the 800. It starts getting up into this area. You still have a gap fill up in here. And then you have, remember, that ultimate trend line that, goes back. If I can get it. My charts are slow again. I get faster internet, guys. And then the things went down like every other day. It was going down for a full day. I was so livid. So now they downgraded me. So now I'm waiting for another provider to come in and put in a better service because this is freaking pathetic. So that's why my charts are going pretty slow. But there's your trend line. So when we got above it, as long as we stay below that trend line and below the MAs, I think we'll watch for a bearish pattern. Right now, there's really no pattern setting up. It was a little bit bearish under here, chopping around. Then we had the pullback from the other day. But right now, let's see if we could just go sideways like this and then set up for more downside. If you are long this one, like I said, if it starts getting up in the gap fill, gap window, gap fill, start taking it off. Save a selling. We might not get it until maybe end of December again. We're going into the holiday season with Thanksgiving and all that. So we could just float for the next 2 months and then just like last year start selling in January because the interest rate hike. so that's all you can do. Nvidia, yeah, Nvidia, we're short Nvidia. We're gonna hold on. That's we talked about it earlier today. Again, Prince, I take so many trades a year. That's just another trade for me. It's not that big of a deal. And when we talk about money management, if you are in 10% of your total portfolio and you lose 10% on a position, it's only 1% of your portfolio that you lost on. So even if I lose 15% on this trade, it's 1.5% of my portfolio. I got to come back and maybe take 3 trades, you know, one at 3%, one at 6%, one at 4%, and that will make up for the one trade. But it's still not over yet. Nvidia, but Amazon, again, will, you know, before I show you Nvidia, like jumping around today, still a high flyer. Never made it across that trend line there. Came right back in. Nice follow. You know what? Let me look on the weekly on this one. That's right. It's Friday today, guys. Yeah, we're confirming underneath there too. Yeah, this thing right here, guys. 685 we're going to. We might have a little bit of retrace. We'll see next week, but I still think we're going down to this pivot, 682.73. So longs, be careful. Shorts, enjoy it if it goes down. If we do go up, like I said, you're probably going to retrace back to the 800, 811 area, and then maybe the next leg down. We'll see. Right now, there's really nothing going on. You know, you can't really watch this one. CSC, yeah, I still have that one. See, I shorted that one. I covered, and now it's going up. But I'm going to let it go up. That's fine. When it pulled back on here, I covered. Was it that? Yeah, I covered. I covered for like $3. I covered half. So I gained $3 on the position. I reshorted again right around 56.35. But I gained $3 on that one side. So I'm up, gosh, I think I'm right at 57.50 on the trade now. So I'm just upside down a little bit. This is another one that's extended. If you're not short this one, guys, start putting a position on this one because this is getting ridiculous as well. I mean, stocks with no consolidation, you had three months of it. I'd like to see 6 or 7, 8, 9 months and then a pop. When you get like a little bit of pullback and then it launches like this, no, it's just not a healthy stock. I mean, this thing in beginning of the year was a $24 stock. Went up over 100%. Now we're starting to go higher. Come on. Someone's propping this crap up. All right, let's see. Taser. Yeah, so if you want to go short, but yeah, I don't know if you're, like I said, I'm still not in the full position on this, so I still have room to add. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I like the $60 even number. I'm going to do some work on this one to see exactly where I might think this thing can go. But right now we're in no man's land. There's no technicals up here. So other than we had a lot of volume on here, the volume's starting to disappear. So you might get a little bit of short cover and squeeze on this one. And then the last, you know, retail trader, oh my gosh, I better hurry up and get in this one. And then that's when they usually drop it. I mean, we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days up. See if we go up 1 or 2 or 3 more days, and then we'll see. We'll take a look at these markets. Everything's a little bit crazy right now, guys. So it's really hard. There's no patterns. Things are flying up for no reason. You don't think Amazon will go through 700? Oh yeah, I think it will go down. Oh, I think it's 682. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, if you look at Amazon, if the again, it's going to be a market trade, guys. The whole market's collapse. I mean, Amazon 685. I mean, honestly, we could see this low pivot here at 475. And honestly, the 200 MA. When a stock doesn't touch the 200 MA, didn't touch it here. It hasn't touched it since 2015. That's one of your target areas, guys. But you know what? I mean, looking at this one here, though, too, this is a pretty good upsloping trend line. We're going to stick that one in there, too. You know, 623, you got this pivot here. And then, you know, if you're really, all right, we got that one there. Let's take a retrace. Let's take a bigger retrace. Let's see what we're possibly looking at. You know, here's the 618 at 618. Then you have the 750 at 568. So you're gonna have a lot of support in here around $600. That might be the area. But again, we're gonna have to see how this thing falls, and then we'll have to redetermine which way we want to go. But we will be long in these trades, guys, one day. Just not right now. You know, just think if you would have bought on the earning news right here. I mean, you'd be down over $100. Even with 100 shares, that's 10 grand. You know, so that's why I say, that's why I tell people, God, if you short Amazon, even 50 shares, and you get $100 out of it, that's a hell of a trade. 5 grand. I think Grandma will finally raise the rate. Maybe, I don't know. It's going to be interesting with Trump and everything. I don't know. All right, hold on. I'm a little bit behind here. And yeah, I use the MACD. Yes, I do. I do use that. Um, only when like extensions on like NVIDIA, stuff like that. Oh, hell yeah. You got to use that too. That's pretty much it. I use the fibs, the MACD, and the charts, the moving averages. Volume's really, really important. Like volume on here, you got a pretty good volume on the weekly on Amazon. You could possibly get some support in here. But look at the sell volume back here too when we caught support. It's pretty much right there as well. So you got to look at that too. But we came into really good support down in here. So, with the 50 MA. So I'm thinking right here, maybe if it really starts to rumble, then you're looking at the 600. CMG, about money management. I only play in options. So it depends. Say if you have a $100,000 account that you're playing options with no margin, $3,000. That's my max position, and it's really what you're willing to lose, expecting that option to go to zero. Usually it's 1 to 3% of your total portfolio. I could go bigger than that, but honestly, I don't want to. If I use $1,000 or $3,000 option and I get 100% on my return or 50%, that's 1,500, guys. There's people that don't make 1,500 bucks in a week working. If I can make that in a day or a couple days, I'm out. Just sitting on my butt in my chair, clicking a couple buttons. I mean, come on. That's what that's how I'm playing this stuff. I'm not messing around. I'm going to take the money and I'm out of these trades, guys. I don't follow the RSI. No, I've been told from some traders. I mean, a lot of people do, I guess, but I don't. Cover Amazon at 685-ish. Is that what? Yeah, I mean, it's 682. You're going to get some support right in there. I mean, cover something. Yeah, if you're short this one, cover. I mean, right here, it could bounce. We could retrace. So right now, we have no pattern. We have no real setup other than a little bit oversold condition from the other day. So it could retrace. But if it starts heading down, yeah, you're looking at, yeah, I mean, even here at the 200 moving average, 700 bucks. Right in here, 698, 91. That's not bad. And then you got the purple line here, 682. Anywhere in here, if it starts heading towards this area, that's where you're thinking about short, covering this thing, because you could possibly get a bounce. If you get a bounce, short it again. Let's see, CMG. Yeah, I was looking at that one. That's, gosh, Ackman's talking to a guy over there. It's just so much news now. And what happens with the stock? He comes back out and, I'm going to talk to this guy about this now, blah, blah, blah. But maybe 405 gap fill, and then we talked about the 417 area, 33. That's why I'd be shorting this one again. But you do have an oversold condition. If it starts to run up, you're going to get by the dipper starting to pile up, so it could push it up into here. Maybe double top right around 440. Really do, an oversold condition. You had a little retrace, and now you're shooting up again. So, but I think he was talking to someone right in here a couple days ago. That was the headlines on CNBC. So just be careful. But if we stick to, let's go to a bigger Fibonacci level. Let's go from here to here. Let's see what this shows us. Yeah, so 618 right around 406. Yeah. So if anything, maybe the 420 area, right in this area, 419. And then of course, if it gets up into the 440 area, this is your area kind of short. Oh, if you can really wait, maybe towards the 200 MA, because then you have this line too. Excuse me, guys. At night with Trump killed me. Staying up, seeing what the hell was going to happen. Then you got this one too. That's a big one. That's the line that it just can't crack. If you're short this one, it gets above it and confirms, then you're going to have to exit. That's a real good one there. Then you're probably looking at this pivot here, 466. But one step at a time. Market's dumped. These are going down. It's that simple. So, but you're getting just a little bit of a bid on an oversold condition. A long-term monthly on AZO. Long-term trade or short? Yeah, no, AZO. I shorted this one. Believe it or not, guys, I shorted this one. O'Reilly's too. That one too. See, monthly, yeah, it already came back in. See, this one was okay. I think it was O'Reilly's, but no, I was looking at, yeah, I mean, this one, gosh. It's like Chipotle, guys, straight up. And I think they're doing stock buybacks, all this crap. If this one really starts to rumble, I mean, honestly, it could easily go to 600. You know, this low pivot here, maybe that low pivot. You know, if you're in it from 750, that's still, you know, good drop from here. But like I say, even 100 shares. But I would probably wait maybe for see if you could get a retrace back into the 800, you know, 800, 795 area. This is a nice inside bar here. It can consolidate, let it consolidate, maybe retrace, and then hit it from there. But we've been short O'Reilly's. Where is it? ORLY. We did cover, waiting to cover. You know, another one where it popped up, came back in, covered, popped up, short again, came back in, covered. Now we're waiting. Kind of same thing with AZO. Kind of waiting for the pattern to see if it moves up. If it moves up, we'll add more. If not, we're short already. But I'm thinking this one, you know, 226 and maybe all the way down to, well, first even number 200 and then maybe down to the 186 area. Yeah, the market's coming. It's all in. And, you know, I'll show you guys if there's some new people that haven't watched my videos or anything yet. Look at the SPY, guys. You know, I'll take this off. I mean, we did fill that gap on the IWM today. So that's really important. If I can actually do this. All right. This is the .com boom right here. Let me make this very, very clear. .com boom. Housing boom. Okay. You notice how it's straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. What the hell do you think is going to happen right here, guys? And if we get one more bid going higher, holy shit. Hold on to your seats, guys, because this next drop is going to be nasty. And we're right in that time frame, guys. I'm wishing for a good market drop. Just waiting. Yeah, exactly. You know what? No puts. Don't do any puts unless you have puts going out to maybe February. Because man, if you would have bought puts here, and you know what they just destroyed everybody, guys. Holy crap! Look at that. Look at that big old circle there. But I mean, look at this. What do you think they did to the puts here? You know, everybody went short on the Brexit. You know, down here, everybody went short, so they squeeze, brought it in a little bit, squeeze, and then look, it just sat. Jobs number, flash. I think jobs number right here. Inside, we talked about this. Inside bar, consolidation, drops, barely made it to the 200 moving average, and then boom, straight back up. Just kind of reminds me of this. But are we gonna do this into December? Maybe. That's why I'm just kind of like, all right, you know, I mean, honestly, we could go nowhere. But eventually, come December, if she raises rates, here's what happened when she raised rates back in December. Look at that fall. We went from 207 to 181. That was a hell of. Everyone was like, well, what is going on? What's going on? What's going on? We were short this one too, guys. We were heavy short on this drop here and 1,000-point down. I'll have to go back to stock twits because I know Twitter doesn't go back. I tried going back the other day and Twitter doesn't go this far. I had a bunch of swing trades on Twitter, guys. When this thing hit 1,000 points down, we were covering every. I couldn't even go through them fast enough. At the end of the day, I just had to say covered, and then gave the prices. I went back to my sell times and you know all my my brokerage house got all the sells and plugged it all in, and all that hard work, guys, is gone. So Twitter, I think, only holds stuff for a year, which sucks. So hopefully stock twits, I haven't gone back a year on that one. Hopefully they have this, but I don't know if they do. But every time this thing here, when this thing was going, this was another one. Here, I want to really show you this. So let's go back to that 1,000-point down day right there. So it's kind of the same action, guys. And this is what I was telling. So I got in stock twits, I think right here in July, possibly. So as this thing was moving up, and this was the trend line I was following. This one right here. And it might even go far. It might even go, let me see. I think it might go further back. No. And then, yeah, and then this was the other big area. This was the I think the no rate hike day. This was some Fed news on that day. So there was your pivot high. Okay. So I joined stock twits, I think June. You know, I can look. Hold on. June of last year, I think. Yeah, June 11th. All right, 2015. So I come in here right on the right on the 15th, right at the bottom, right? So this thing pops up in the resistance, and I'm like, short it, and everyone's like, all-time highs, you're an idiot, blah, blah, blah. So, all right. Comes back in, we cover, pops back up, shorten again, got to go short. Right back into the trend line resistance, short it, you're an idiot. Comes back in, covered half of it, hits the 200 MA. Every time I hit the 200 MA, I'm covering half, pops back up, add it again. Look, this is where we broke down. This is where I'm adding again. If it goes up, I'll add a little more up here. So we're short here, and I'm telling everyone, this was a gift, that's a gift, this is a gift, and then bam, that was epic. And then this Monday was just everyone was panicking, guys. We were covering our shorts. Right, Joe? That's what we're going to do, buddy. When this whole thing tanks, that's what we're doing. Oh, no, Mr. King of kicks. That's what we're going to be doing when this thing tanks, because it's coming. Just a matter of when. You know, I wish I could tell you guys. If I knew when, guys, I wouldn't be on this. I'd be on my yacht somewhere. But again, you know, here's the charts right here, guys. This pretty much tells the story. We might be able to go a little longer like they did with Greenspan up in here. You know, when Greenspan held the rates, we had one more push up. But if you look at these charts, we might get one more push up. Like I said, I don't know. But, you know, if you look at these things, you know, one shot up, pulls back, one shot up in a double top, and then boom. Gets up, pulls back, one stop up, pulls back. This one's been going because the Federal Reserve, the QE 1, 2, 3, monetizing the debt, you know, the central bankers out of control. Where's NVIDIA going next week? I don't know, man. We'll find out next week, brother. So, all right, yep, it should be a monster break if the massive fakes out. Yep, question is when the buy the dip crowd get hurt. You know, when they get hurt, just like they didn't really buy the dip here. You know, they'll keep doing it, and eventually what will happen, and I'll show you one thing, just like with oil. Look at that oil. Gosh, look at this. This is a huge bearish pattern, and look, it's breaking down. You know, everyone's like, it's a bearish wedge. It's a bearish wedge downside. This is huge bearish action. That's why I think we're going back to double bottom, guys. But we'll see. We'll see. But so as this thing's tanking, why do you think the move was exaggerated on oil? Everyone was long right here. So then it falls back in. They buy the dip. All of a sudden it doesn't go. They buy the dip again. Oh, shit. All of a sudden it's margin call, margin call. Oh, shit, margin call. Oh, my gosh. And so they're out. They're like, oh, my gosh, I got margin call. I got to dump. Then you get the chasers. Oh, gosh. And all of a sudden, boom, again, margin call, margin call. And now they're all going, oh, man. Now they're all buying. They probably bought up here going, oh, oil has to go up. And now here we are. We're going down again. You know, and that's what's going to happen on the SPY. Everyone's loaded up with margin, guys. That's what people do. That's what I used to do. Next thing you know, I'm getting killed on a position, and guess what? I got to sell. StockBookie has to sell. He's taking a loss. Shit, this is crazy. So all the people who loaded the house right here, because they were all short here, they flipped their position because they were getting kicked in the shins. They flipped it long, and now they're all long, heavy. Ha-ha, you shorts. You guys get your ass kicked now. Then they all talk shit. And next thing you know, we almost filled I would have loved to fill the gap. So that's still open there, guys. Beware around the 28, 218.52. So, but yeah, I mean, they're the conditioning, Joe, on the buy the dip. They're so conditioned right now. It's a tough one. But one day we're going to crack. And when we do, look out below, guys. Kind of like here. Buy the dip right here. Oh, this is great. And all of a sudden it was like what, 12 days down or something like that, or you had a couple bounces in between, and all of a sudden, 8 more days down or whatever it was. That was brutal. Everyone on CNBC was like, "What is go?" Right when it was down in here, that's when they were like, "Oh my gosh, how low can it go?" Then the technicals are buying off this dip right here, this pivot. That's where we were covering. We're going long right there. But then not too long, we took it for a little bit, came right back in and bounced. I wish we didn't catch that one. I don't think. Maybe a little bit, but man, and these markets are nuts. Let's put it that way, guys. But comes back in, straight back up with the Brexit, and here we are again. So So I'm thinking we get one more move up here, maybe fill the gap, maybe shoot for the 220, get everybody bullish on board again, and then the next wave down. But we'll see. NVIDIA, I don't know. Next play, maybe 90 even number, 95, maybe 100. I don't know. I honestly don't know. What happened to it anyways? Did it pull back or no? Excuse me, guys. Been some long days. NVDA. Yeah, pull back a little tiny bit. Nothing big. Did pull back a little bit. Let's see, 181. Where was it? Oh, yeah, look at that, though. Remember, I was telling you guys about these little tails up here with a little bit of volume coming in. So if when this thing went back up in here at 88.46, this thing dropped to 87 and 83. So that's about a 50-cent gainer. Show you the GS trade today. Everyone, there's a couple guys came back. They're like, oh, man, you're taking GS. That thing's going to go higher. But look what it did. Came in slowly. See how the volume's picking up in here? Boom, short right here. We actually tried to get the Pierce number. Pierce of the 205, never made it. Our trade was at 204.92. And sold half, and boom, out. I almost held this one in my short-term account, but I am short Goldman in a swing trade too. So anybody else? Any other trades? It's 3 o'clock here in Arizona. I'm gonna wrap up some stuff and start enjoying the weekend. But any other symbols you want me to look at? Gosh, look at this one though, guys. Baidu, we were short too. Baidu, we popped in after earnings. This one's still going down too. Man, look at that one. We popped in right here on earnings. So we were short, pulls back, covered, pops up, short, covered, added on earnings, and look at that drop. And we took it off on that support down in here, and it's still going. Wow, this thing, it's getting ugly. Keep an eye on China too, guys. And here's your big trend line on Baidu too. That was the one you're watching. Look at the weekly chart, can never confirm. And bam, straight back down. Got above, never confirmed, going right back down. If this line doesn't hold down here, guys, be careful with Baidu if you're in Baidu. Do you think I should hold some gold? Yeah, I'm looking at the 115 area still. I got short on Amazon and Nvidia, looked to cover on Monday. All right, I mean, maybe. Nvidia, hold Nvidia. Amazon could get a bounce. I was short that too, covered it early few days ago. Gold, not yet. I would let it come down a little bit more possibly. 115 and then 112, I think my area is. Natural gas, UNG, I can look at that one. UNG. Yeah, UNG, yeah, same thing. Look at that. So on the weekly, we were above, came right back in. You know, here's a trend line here. This was kind of the line in the sand. So right now we confirm below the 50 and the 20. Yeah, it's ugly. You're going to go right back. You're probably going right back to here. 581. We'll see. You got a little pivot here too. Got a little pivot there. And let's do a quick Fibonacci right here. Yeah. So well, actually, yeah, you confirm, but let's see if you need to get above this trend line. If you don't, then you're going back to 641, then this 681. But you do have a little bit of support down in here. Be careful with that one. 40, but it went down to 712. Yeah. No, I hear you. Hey, if you made money, that's it. Let it roll. What is a pivot? A pivot is like this guy here. See how it pivot and went down? Here, I'll show you on. Let's see here. What's a good one? We could go back to Goldman. That's what I traded today. I mean, right? I mean, you could look at the bigger time frame too. That's a pivot right here. So it pivots down from here, makes a pivot, and then pulls back like this. So that's going to be a pivot high right in here. So as this stock comes into this pivot in this blue line, which is a Fibonacci, you're going to have a lot of resistance here. And that's why I think these are suspect too. You have the 618. You have the point where it broke down with the 750 retrace, and the point back here where it broke down. And this thing's still going up. I don't know about that, guys. Maybe a little bit more into this area. And then you have the 200 even number too. So that's another reason. So that's your pivot right there. So that's what you're looking at. That's going to be resistance, or that's going to be support. Pivot resistance, down in here, pivot support. But see how it pivot down, pivots back up to the 3.5 or 3.82 retrace, pivots back down to the pivot low, and then takes off. It's not always going to work. You got to line it up with some other stuff, check out the volume, and see how the markets are going. But that's what you got to do. Yeah, Prince. But if you made money on the Amazon, who cares? Look at Netflix, NFLX. I took my puts off. I covered some of my my share size. As soon as I do that, boom, straight down. But what are you going to do? But I took off my puts right here. If I would have held them for this one, yeah, I know. But you know what? Hey, made money. I'm in shares, covered half my shares. If I get it to 106, $100 down here, I'll be out of it. Now on to the next one. MI, is that a symbol or is that short for something? I am. Okay, I am. Where's the volume? Volume's 2 million. Did it go into a pivot or anything here? Yeah, look at that. Oh, no. Not yet. Right here. Maybe 43. You got this high pivot up in there. 46. It's not looking bad, though. Getting extended. Wow, look at that, though. Nice retrace back up. So we have looked at this one. Someone told me. Yeah, I mean, we're right in the spot. Maybe I would try to wait patiently for the 43 area. I mean, it could go back to 54. So, but not bad. A little bit of a, you know, a little bit of a retrace coming down, then a little bit of a blast off. I don't know what this is. It might have some news or something. But yeah, not bad. Hey, what's going on, bud? So, but yeah, that's nothing really to do. Let's see on the daily. Let's see if there's any patterns or anything. Yeah, right now they have news or earnings or something. Now it's just consolidated. Now they pretty much pegged it. Yeah, it looks like they have no, yeah, 500-600 million. Yeah, so something's going on here. Some news or something came out. It barely trades, you know, 1 million shares a day. So I kind of stay away from these. You do have a couple tails on the daily though. That could possibly turn this one down, but yeah, just not one for me. You could do anything at this point. All right, guys, I think that's it for tonight. I might make some videos tonight. If not, maybe on the weekend. I got a bunch of stuff going on with family. And again, with position size and stuff like that, you got to know your size positions. You got to know what you're going to do. You know, if it goes up, if you're going to add it resistance. If you're 10% of your total portfolio, say, is 1,000 shares in NVIDIA. So on every push up, when it's going to go to 80, 81, 82, you're going to add. Do something like that. I added a little early on NVIDIA. I didn't think it was going to go up that high. It did. I'm in the trade. I'm upside down. What are you going to do? Like I said earlier, we take 300 to 400 trades a year. Now I'm adding some puts and calls into that, and we write puts and calls as well. But if we're doing those as well, so I might be doing 500 trades a year. I'll add them up by the end of the year and see exactly where I'm at. But that's why 1 or 2 losers here and there, it's not a big deal, guys. If you go to my Twitter page, you can see us racking up the winners one after another, covering. And those aren't all my trades, guys. I don't give everything out on this thing. I give a lot out, but there's some trades I just take because then when I take them and I'm on stock twits, I got to hear it like NVIDIA today. I got all these people coming out telling me how bad of a trade is. But honestly, it's not that bad of a trade. If you look at the monthly, we went over monthly charts. I mean, this is just crazy, guys. If you're not short NVIDIA, and if you're lucky enough to be not short NVIDIA because you just found this video, short it. That move there, well, it's going to take a little time probably to get down there, but that's all right. I have time. I'm not in a put. I will buy a put though if this thing hangs up here for a little while. I will definitely do that. But we got to see how this thing reacts next week. See how the markets react and all that stuff. So. Let's see. Any thoughts on puts? No, on the puts on NVIDIA's, I'm holding off on those. Kind of like Netflix, and I'll show you on that. You see how it went up? I mean, this thing could chop around. You got the hype, the CNBC. It's NVIDIA. This is the best thing. They're with Tesla. They're doing this. They're doing that. They're the gamers. They're everything under the sun. How can you short NVIDIA? So, but But let's see if we could chop around here for a couple days and then get one big spike up, and that's when we'll put the put on. I mean, that's if we get it, great. If we don't, because that's what I've shown everybody in Netflix. That's what I did. You know, as it was going up, we were adding shares. As this thing was chopping around here, as it was pushing up, I was putting some puts on. And when it pulled back to here, I just took them off and said, thank you very much. I would, you know, hindsight's a bitch, guys. That would have been epic for those puts too. But you know what? Made some good money, so who cares? How many shares do I have in NVIDIA? I have enough, Suzanne. I don't tell my position size. I have plenty, believe me. So I trade with a guy right now. He's got 50,000 shares of NVIDIA short. 50,000 shares. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't have that many, believe me, but this guy has a massive portfolio. So, but let's see, didn't we already get the spike up and blow off top? You know, I'm thinking the same thing, Joe. I am. Look at the IWM. I think that's what we had right here, guys. Right. IMW. Yeah, maybe I could get my stuff. IWM. Maybe I could get my shit straightened out too. Yeah, 50,000 shares. It's insane. At one point, we had 35,000 shares short Tesla. 35,000 shares short. Yeah, before I go, I'll give you that story. Yeah, 35,000 shares short. And that was a nail biter. That one, he's a buddy of mine. I help him trade, and when we make money, guys, it's flipping unreal. It does. But I'll show you that trade, and I'll show you what happened with that one. That was a good one. But anyways, we filled the gap here. We've talked about this gap for a long, long time. We talked about the IWM always lagging. Oh gosh, where was it? It was. You know what? Actually, guys, you know what? This is interesting now that I think about this. So back in July, before we had that flash crash, the IWM all of a sudden just got this huge, nasty bid. And that one caught my eye because it was the same thing out of the blue. You know what, guys? This is interesting here. See, and this is why I like hanging out with you guys. I think I might start doing go to meeting, because then I can actually have you guys talk to me. Like we all be in one. We'll try that. I can get a trial, and then I can send you guys. Give me your emails. I can send you codes, and then we could get into go to meeting. And then and then we could possibly try something like that. Because talking to myself all day, guys, is kind of boring. You know, if I had or maybe we just get a huge cluster F of everyone talking at the same time. But I think if we get everyone together, everybody knows what we're looking for. I think that would be a good opportunity. There was some spot on the IWM though, and I can't. I mean, it might have been here, or all of a sudden it was yeah, I think it was here. But let's see if we could pull this up. So the IWM started shooting up. See how it goes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days up. Okay, let me just see if this was it. So at 6:15, this thing was, and this is how I knew we were coming to this 1,000-point down day. So we go 6 days up, guys. Yeah, well, yeah, thanks, guy. Thanks, buddy. But we go 6 days up, 7 days up. Okay, let's go to the SPY. So this was on 6. This is what I do all day long, guys. I look at stuff. I look at reasons. I backtrack to what was going on. Because I remember this, because this was going up, and all of a sudden it just rolled over. All right, so let's go back. 6:15. Let's go back. All right, remember, 6:15, we went up for 9 days. Let's go to the SPY. And it was like, wait a minute here. What is going on? So 6:15 of last year, we went up, we were cruising up. So, and I believe the SPY was going down. Yeah, look. 6:10. No, actually there was something else. And I can't remember. It was one of these times where the IWM was leading and everything else was coming in. Let me see if I can find it. It was just like, wait a minute, something's up here. And I can't, maybe it was in December. But you know, that's a big indicator. Let's see what. So this one was going on. It was one of these times. I don't know how far it went back, but it just caught my eye because it was like, why the hell is the IWM just launching? God, I want to say it was here, but the SPY went up with that too. I mean, it might have been on this one here. 11:16. It might have even been back further. I just vividly remember that one where it was like, huh, something's up here. Was it this one? December. Yeah, it could have been here. All right, so let's see here. It might have been before that fall in December, maybe. Nah, I can't. There's a way to overlay these charts as I'm drawing extra symbols in here, guys. All right, let's go back. Let's go back. All right, yeah. So let's see here. So this one here. So on 11/16, this one started popping. Let's go back to the SPY. I don't know if this was it. I'll look for it, see if I could find it. But it was when the IWM was leading. 11/16. Yeah, see that went up too. And all of a sudden, it was just bizarre because that one just popped up, and then everything else was coming in. And then it was like, whoa, what's going on? And that's when everything rolled over again. Let me look at the IWM real quick here, though. I'm trying to think. Yeah, see, that's what I thought it was on here. But it might have been one of these run-ups here. And then we had a nice fall. We had a nice rollover. Or maybe it was on this one here. Because it was just like I said, you got to really look at this stuff. Let's just see here. So on 7/8, we had a nice up move. Not lying to you guys. E-signal. That's the one I'm using. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it might have been on that part. Might have been when this one was running up. All right, so come 11. Yeah, it might have been right. You know what? That ran up too. All right, hold on. Let me look at one more thing. So from October, so we made a new high here, pulled back. So 11/13, it pulled back, but then never made a new high. See how this one stayed below it? All right, so from, gosh, I wish I could overlay it. So yeah, I think this was at 11/13. Remember, we didn't make a new high on the SPY. Let's go back on this one then. So 11/13. Yeah, this was it right here. So 11/13. See how we bottomed out and see how we made a new high here? So as this one was all of a sudden just rolling up, and then from the 27th, through the 30th, through the 31st, or through the 1st December. So from the 27th through the 1st, we were making highs on the IWM. And then on December 1st, I think that was the one. Yeah, see how we had December 1st, and then we rolled over on the SPY. They popped it back up, and then it rolled over again. But see how this one led, but it didn't get above the high, and then the IWM did, and it held up for like 5 or 6 days. So the IWM was way up in here, but as the SPY was starting to crack, so keep an eye on that next week, guys. This one starts to roll over here, guys. You know, it might stay up on top here, and then actually the SPY came in a little bit too. So it's almost kind of the same action as we had where we made a high, and we're starting to pull back where the IWM is still trying to make highs. So be careful. Yeah, August of last year, right? Yeah, we were short that one. That was awesome. No, but here, I'll tell you the Tesla story before I go here. We're in this trade, 35. We were in a put. So the put's blowing up. We're writing, writing calls. So I think we were in right around 235 on the call. So as it's going up, we get this pullback. So I want to just take the money and get the hell out because this thing's going on news. So my buddy holds this thing, flies up into here. He's freaking out, this guy. You know, we have a huge 350 contracts writing of calls short, just blowing up in our face. Okay. So we get up into this area, and I'm just like, this is it, man. This is it. We got to add. We got to add. We're into this double top. We're into this. We have this trend line. This is your spot. This is, and of course we didn't add, you know, because that he doesn't have the balls like I do. So this thing comes back in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we could be in the money right here already. So this thing goes in. So then we get put the shares, 35,000 shares short of Tesla. It was like a $9 million position. It was insane. So for one, that I will never forget this, guys. I mean, I'm a technical trader. I live and die by technicals. And right here is an inside bar pattern. You are above the MA, so it is bullish. for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 2 weeks it was of getting emails, texts. I just read this article. All these technical guys are saying it's going up. We're going to get our head handed. I want to cover this position. I'll just take the loss. Look what it did. And that was so from being upside down, I think we were upside down like 1.7 million to coming into about $1 million in the money. How about that for a trade, guys? And Suzanne, that's why I have nerves of steel. I mean, I've been in trades where he calls me up. This guy, he's down 4 million in a trade, and he's asking me my opinion. It's like, how the hell did you get into that one in the first spot? But great guy, just again, crazy positions, no money, no 10% portfolio. You got to keep trading. But yeah, for weeks, everybody said right here, this thing's going to 300. But when you go down sideways, it's setting up to go lower. And just here, I mean, here's another pattern right here. Look at it, down, sideways. See how it kind of chops around sideways, and look at that fall. Same shit, same pattern. So yeah, it was nuts. That one stressed me out a little bit. But no, I've been in positions with guys, that I help trade, $4 or $5, $6 million underwater, and they're asking me what my dude. Can I ask your strategy for this trade? It's like, why did you get in it? Well, what did you see? But they don't follow technicals. They don't follow anything. So. But again, yeah, that it's interesting, but yeah, all technicals. That's it. And I'll use the MACD and I'll use that stuff. I don't pull it up on here. Here I could pull up I'll show you. I pull up my crappy Scott Trade stuff. I have Scott Trade. I have Interactive Brokers, Cobra Trading. What is it? I don't know. Thinkorswim. I have multiple brokers, guys. And hold on. So let's look at the IWM real quick. For all the ones that stuck around here, here's one of the things I use. Let's go to the weekly. So on the IWM, this is your MACD right here, okay? All right, so back in here, I mean, this is a bigger time frame. We'll shorten it up. But back in here, when we're making highs, the MACD was up in here, okay? So now we're making new all-time highs. MACD's going down. That's a negative divergence, guys. So then it pops up right here, still below these highs here. This one it did get above, but still a negative divergence from this part. So you got to keep an eye on that. Daily, let's go 12. 12 months. We're starting to make new highs here. Look what was. It still hasn't. We still have a negative divergence, guys. I mean, we've crossed paths with the green line over the red line, but we're still negative. We're negative moving up in a huge manner here. That's just not good. There's some conviction below this, but this thing should be way above this area here, and it's not. So that's talking to us a little bit. There's a couple other things I look at which I will never reveal, but that's all my stuff. But this one, yeah, this is a shorter time frame. So you do have a positive divergence on the 60-minute. But ultimately, let's look at the monthly. I mean, we're going way back. But I mean, look at this. We were at the highs right here. We're at new all-time highs, and look at the monthly. Not even close. And that was one of the ways we found the Apple trade, guys. When we had a big negative divergence and they were going and that thing was screaming up, you got to watch out for that stuff. And I mean, you can even look at the the USO. The USO, well, go on the weekly. But now you had a positive divergence on the USO, and that's how I knew that we were going to take some of these trades in here. When you start falling and falling and falling, and all of a sudden you're falling, and this thing's starting to go up. You got to take some trades. You got to do something. This one, I don't even know. Was it on this one? Might have been. I might have been looking at something else. Well, and individual stocks as well. Let's see what this looks like on. I haven't looked at this in a while. So this thing's going down. Yeah, I mean, we can still possibly go a little lower. We'll see. Yeah. So that's something I follow. I do use the MACD, but that's in certain circumstances. What about futures? No, I don't trade the futures. Some people gamble. Yeah, most people gamble. Did you go to trading school? No. I had a couple friends who taught me how to trade. They were real good technical traders. 4 mil. I know. 4 million. I was like, say that again. How much? 4 million. Are you kidding me? Like, okay, this is gonna get interesting. But got him out of it. I mean, what? Hey, we made over $1 million on that trade. So what? Whatever. But can you please check JNUG? Yeah, I can't. I'll go on the GLD chart before I take off here. No, I'll look at the futures. I don't trade that stuff. You know what? I trade enough. I need my time. We had this gap fill, Suzanne, right here at 1571. I think that's where we could possibly be going. We had this bearish pattern here. They did pop it up in our face here. So I pretty much here, I was like, guys, we're going to miss the gold trade. I let it go up without us. And look, boom, right back down. So ultimately, if we could get around 110, I don't know if we'll get this low. But first level, maybe to start thinking about it, maybe 115. Second level, 112.40, which is a big gap fill. Then you have a gap fill right around 109.18. So that's what I'm looking at. I think we have a good possibility of it coming in. I mean, if you have to take gold, if you just can't sit on your hands, then down here is not bad. But what happens if we get 3 more candles like this right into here, right down into there? I mean, it's not bad. I mean, if you're going to take 1,000 shares, maybe 200 right here. And if it pops up, $7, $8, you make a couple grand and you're done, But man, I want to really wait for this one. I was with the same guy. We were in gold down here with 25,000 shares. 25,000 shares down in here. He sold at like 107. My target was like 114 and then 120. When it got up here, I sent him an email. All right, man. We're right here, 114. All right, we're gonna start selling. Didn't hear from him. Like, all right, what's going on? Oh no, we made money on that trade. It's like, okay, what's happened? Oh, we took it off right at 106, I think it was, or 107. I was like, what? It's like, you can't. I said, this thing's going to 120, maybe higher. 25,000 shares. We had it at $100.50, almost at the low, and he sold it right here. I was pissed. But hey, what are you gonna do? Live and you learn. But yeah, that was an epic trade too. So, and then it kept going. It went to 131. Should I dump JNUG? Is that a short for the gold then? Is that what that is? Where she taught me how to read the charts and pay for it? One day, I'm throwing it around, guys. Maybe the beginning of the year, I might do something like this where I come on, maybe twice, 3 times a week. We go over charts. I show you guys what to look for, like a paid subscription. But again, this stuff takes a lot of time. And by the time I'm done, like after this, I'm beat up. I want to go home and go to bed. so and again, I can't spend all this time doing this if I'm making, $500 a month. It just takes a lot of time. But hey, if I could get 1,000 people doing it at $50 a head, hey, I'll gladly do this for all you guys. Then we're talking some serious money. Then I can start taking 25,000 shares of the gold down here. But no, I mean, that's what it really comes down to, guys. If I could get enough followers, enough people who want the service, maybe $40 a month, $50 a month, I'll make you the money back. So it's like a free service. I'll teach you how to trade, but we'll see. I don't know. I love teaching people. I love showing people the charts. Like I said, all my trades won't be winners. A billionaire? No, I'm not a billionaire. I wish. The guy that I was trading with, he was a billionaire. That's why, I mean, we were taking huge positions, guys. Huge positions. We had 40, 50 million in positions at times. 40, 50 million. We had more money than hedge funds. It's crazy. I mean, I still consult them, still tell them to take some trades here and there. But there's just trades here. Here's one. Here's one that we took short. Granger. What is it? WWG. Anybody know the Granger symbol? GWW, I think. I don't even know it. But it was another one. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is just insane. But we had this one. So when it popped up here, I told them to write some calls. Popped up again, told them to add some more. We were in at an average price of this one, writing calls. I don't know. I think they were maybe 230s maybe or 220s. So I like to write them in a little bit out of the money because you get a bigger premium. And then, knowing that, okay, we're just going to play as they depreciate. They were 17 bucks up here. That was our average price. So it gets down in here. They ended up being right around $4, $3. So I shoot them off an email and I'm like, hey, did you cover that? Cover the Grangers, cover the Grangers. I mean, look at that. I mean, we could have done it again right here. Cover the Grangers. Oh, I didn't take that trade. I didn't like that setup. I was like, what? Just too many trades where you give the people and they don't take them. And it's like, what? It's like, you didn't take that one? Well, even Amazon, guys. I think I was telling him to do, we were writing calls as it was going up. We ended up doing, I off the top of my head, maybe 800s out in November. And they were like $40. And today, what are the 800 November calls? The expire on the 21st or whatever it is. They were $40. I could look. I'd have to pull up my option. I don't have anything open on my options right now. But I think the last time I looked, they were like $10, $40. This guy does 300 contracts. Tell me how much money that would have been, guys. I mean, but anyways, you live and you learn. But yeah, look at the Granger. Granger doesn't move. This is just irrational crap, guys. Actually, that's not a bad short right up here. Huh. Look at that. We'll have to keep an eye on this one, guys. Yeah, look at that. 750. You got the pivots. Wow, look at that. Look at that. I wasn't even looking at this one, guys. Thanks to you. Check this out, though. So you take this high. It's like connect the dots, guys. Right there. There's your area, right? Well, let's go right in between, right in there. So let's see if we could get up into this area. There's your short on Granger. I think it's a good time to buy. Which one? This one here? That's a joke, right, Lewis? Yeah, like NVIDIA. I think we're going to buy now, way up at the top. It's going to be great. Kramer said 150, no problem. Hey, we're 9 cents down on NVIDIA. All right, we're coming in. We're coming back in, guys. So, gold, do you think it will bounce before going? No, I think it bounced. I don't know. Honestly, the markets are so nuts. It's just so irrational crap, guys. I didn't think it was coming down. I was telling all my guys, you know what? It's going up without us, guys. We missed it. Sorry. I tried to wait patiently, and look, 5 days later, we're almost at my spot. But we are getting some pretty good volume on selling. So a lot of people got in here, guys, and they're stuck. They're starting to sell. And the big institutional money, they're taking them to the house right now. Margin call, margin call. So we might get that 112 area. I mean, just let's sit on this one, and let's see what we can get. Like I said, we've been calling this 115 area since it's been doing this bearish pattern. So for weeks now, and it's almost there. I don't hit all the trades, guys, but I hit a lot of them. I try to put myself in a position where it's at least a 70 to 80% winner. And some like NVIDIA, we're going to get stuck. Netties came in real nice. Look at Baba. Baba, same thing. I was telling I was shorting this one. Everyone's laughing. Oh, you're an idiot. Blah blah blah. Got caught up. Added. I'm in the money now on this one. But again, stretch from the 20. I was telling, sell it here. If you want to sell it 107, 108, you can buy back at 92, 95, $10 cheaper. Just like Tesla though, guys. I have a guy on StockBookie, became friends with, and every time this one pops up, I tell him, freaking dump it. He got stuck up in here around 270. So, I'm shorting right here, of course. I'm shorting off this pivot. As it's slowly going up, I'm adding more. Comes back in, we cover down in here. Well, actually, we covered at the inside bar. This inside bar, then let a quarter position run. Pops back up. What do we do again? We short it again on resistance. So I'm telling him, I'm like, dude, dump it, dump it, dump it. You buy it back $50 cheaper. Didn't do it again. And then it falls to here. He's just like, oh, man, I don't know what I'm going to do with this position. And this is a different trader. This isn't the guy with the huge positions. But, comes back here, catches a bid, goes right back up. And then this was on the Model 3. And, oh, my gosh, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, sell it again. Didn't do it again. So just imagine, okay? So you ride it up. You sell at the double top. Now you pick up $50 on this position. Goes back up 50. You sell it again. wait patiently to buy it back. So now you gain $100 on this position, or if you're lucky enough to get it back down in here, you gain, you know, $70 on the position. It goes back up again. You sell it again. You buy it back here. You gain probably $150 on this trade. So in at 188, your average position will be about $20. How can you lose now? Yeah, I can't disclose that information, buddy. These are high net worth guys that I consult, and yeah. So gold, do you think it will bounce before it goes back? Yeah, gold, I don't know. I think you got the bounce on the Donald Trump crap and all the news and the media and everything else. So I think this was your little bounce right here. So I don't think it's going to bounce again. I think we're going down. I mean, we can open up and gold might be ripping on Monday. I don't know. I'm just looking for some support. Let's go to the weekly. I think there's weekly support coming up too. Yeah, see, we remember we talked about this inside bar bearish pattern. Never got above that area. Never even got to the 618, and they're blasting it. This is a nice bearish pattern that could possibly give us a lot lower prices. Hopefully 110, if you ask me. Take on shop. Wow, we're in it. Yeah. Shop. Yeah, same. Look at that. I mean, this was another high flyer too. It looks like. It's a new issue too. But here's where's your level though. Yeah, we did look at this one though before. You might have been the guy talking to me. If you're not new in here. But 42.13, that was the area. So then they retraced it up, got everybody long. You know, they jammed it up everyone's. You know what? Got everybody long. I would have waited maybe for 50, but you know, hit the 45 even number and boom. Yeah, you're probably coming straight back down on this one now. Stick a retrace just to see. If we do a retrace from the high and the low, it's almost holding the 750. You're probably looking at least $35. If the markets start to dump, you can go right back to the 618. The 618 is the big retrace, guys. 618, 750 when this thing's coming in. You can still stop at the 382, 50. But these are the ones I usually look for, or in between. Those are usually the good ones. Take on Apple, some pretty strong today. Yeah, a lot of them were strong, but I think there's a lot of rotation out of a lot of this crap. We got rotation out of tech, going into the all-time highs on JPM, Bank of America, and all these high flyers. It's like, why don't you just pull your money out and wait for the stuff to go down? I mean, if you're not shorting this stuff. All right, but Apple, we'll take a look at Apple, and that'll be it for today, guys. Yeah, Apple was the one we've been watching. So Apple, we did close above this inside bar on the monthly, but it never confirmed, and we came straight back in. So Apple, I think, is a weak chart, guys. I mean, on at least on the monthly, that's a bigger time frame. Let's go to the daily really quick. Yeah, same thing. You're below the MAs. Now you have a big inside bar. I'd look for consolidation and move up. This 20 MA will probably curl into price, and that's going to send it down. But again, markets keep going up. This could possibly catch a bid. The markets start to sell. These high flyers in tech, they're all coming in, guys. So be careful. Facebook too, you know, before we go. So yeah, be careful with Apple. If you get a retrace up in here, if you're long, you might get the gap fill back at 118, but you're probably going to go to the window. If you get above the MAs here, then possibly higher prices. But if you don't, it's probably going to go straight back down with the markets. I'm still thinking Apple's going to 90, guys. I'm short Apple, so I hope it does go to 90. Facebook's holding the 200 MA on the daily. That's the only reason it's stopping, guys. But now see how it's consolidating now? Choppy, choppy, choppy. They had a nice, that was a nice sell the other day on the Qs. They came back in, saved it up with their dear life. Now it's just holding on here. Facebook, we've been talking about this one too. Monthly chart, high flyer, coming in for landing. There's one at a time, guys. Just think this one. It's Facebook. Oh my gosh, hurry up. This thing's going to 150, no problem. And so to think if you would have sold at 135, 130, you could have bought back $10 cheaper already. And honestly, I think it's going to 106. And, you know, flash crash was right there. That's at 89. So we'll see. Again, you know what? Everything's a market trade. The SPY and everything start dumping. Look out, because it's all coming in. You got tech, all the high flyers. Remember, the Qs led the way the last, couple months or so. Remember, the Qs never really turned back and went around. The SPY and the IWM did. The Dow did as well. Remember, when everything was starting to come in, the Qs kept going. And then it kind of came in bearish. They popped it up. You know what they did here, guys? They got everyone on. Oh, the Q just made a new all-time high. Hurry up. And then slap. What'd they do with the Dow today and yesterday and the day before? A new all-time high. Hurry up. And then it comes in, retraces to the blue line, the 5-0, and then boom. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I'm still thinking lower prices. I'm still thinking Q's going down to 110 easily, and then possibly lower once, if we crack this 113.65 area. We'll have to see. Is gold coming down and risk off for the market? Yeah, we'll have to see. There's no pattern now other than 3 bars down into almost support. So we have to see what pattern tells us. So we'll know more next week. So, all right, guys. So I'm going to get the hell out of here. I'm going to wrap up my work at the shop and then go over a couple charts here that I have a couple trades on, and then make some decisions for next week. I might come on maybe on the weekend, do a live session. Like I said, I'd like to get more people on board and more eyes on the markets, and then see what we do. Do trade Bitcoins? No. Bitcoin, are you nuts? No way. That's a rigged system or whatever the hell. No. That's a, well, if you want to trade that, trade it like an option. Whatever you're willing to risk, that's what you do on that. But all right, guys, I'm taking off for the weekend. I will, if I don't talk to you guys over the weekend, then I'll see you on Monday morning, or I'll do something next week live. I'll probably post some videos or something on at least the IWM, the SPY, and all that good stuff. And if not, then I'll start doing some more this week or next week. All right, guys, thanks for coming to the live session. You're welcome, guys. I love this stuff. As you can tell, I could go on for hours, but it's Friday. It's almost 4 o'clock, and I want to get the hell out of here. All right, guys, God bless. Have a safe weekend. And God bless the veterans, too, on Veterans Days, guys. Thank you if you're serving for us in America or anywhere around the world. Happy Vet Day. Take care. God bless. See you on the charts.